Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's Genevieve here to deliver to you my newest video on our upcoming full moon, which is going to be Monday evening here on the East Coast in the sign of Cancer. Um, so, first, yes, I'm sucking on a cough drop. I'm drinking aloe juice. I do suffer a little bit of cold symptoms or sinusy symptoms or smoker's cough. And so, since I speak a lot on the phone, at work, in these videos, or with my friends, I tend to get a raspy voice at times. Smoking is bad for you. Don't ever start if you haven't already. But anyway, I digress. So, our full moon is coming up on Monday in the sign of Cancer. This is also known as the wolf moon in Native American folklore, or the cold moon. Here on the East Coast, or much of the country right now, it is very cold today. Today is Saturday. But, the crazy weather patterns that we are experiencing all over the globe, believe it or not, I mean, there is climate change, global warming going on. There's an El Nino that has changed our weather patterns, controlling our weather patterns here in the United States and Canada, South America as well, globally, really. So anyway, before I get into the energy of this full moon and my oil blend that I made, which earlier I shared my video from 2 years ago, it's the same oil blend. The energy is a little bit different than it was 2 years ago, but we do have a Capricorn sun and we do have a Cancer moon, and that energy is the same. All right, so for astrology or kind of gemstones and birthstones and all of that stuff, I want to clear up some misconceptions, misunderstandings. So for those of you like me who really love gemstones, who love crystals, who love any rocks that come out of the earth, basically, gemstones correspond to the month of the year, okay? So we know the solar calendar is broken into 12 months, which is obviously January through December. The astrological calendar is a lunar calendar, and it's broken up similarly into 12 houses, but they do not correspond with the month. Thus why you can have two signs usually always in 1 month, one calendar month, right? So we are in January. January encompasses Capricorn and Aquarius. The birthstone for a January baby, whether you're Capricorn or Aquarius, is garnet, right? I don't own any garnet. It's not particularly my favorite gemstone. However, I do have some crystals that are close enough. And so I'm wearing them in honor of January's birthstone today. But my birthstone, I'm an Aquarius, the birthstone for February, and that is whether you are an Aquarius or a Pisces, is amethyst. Amethyst is a purple gemstone, precious gemstone. Or even the crystal is pretty special too. So anyway, sorry, 4 minutes of yada, yada, yada. Let me get into the energy of this full moon coming up, okay? So first off, guys, yes, full moon energy is always stronger. It is, the moon controls all of the water on the planet and all of the water within our bodies, especially if you're a woman. Our cycles revolve around that lunar calendar, right? So with the moon being in Cancer, Cancer is like the moon is the planet of the sign of Cancer. It's ruled by the moon, and therefore it is in its element right now. Cancer energy is very creative, very loving, nurturing, giving. The archetype of the mother is Luna, is Cancer. Cancers are also very self-protective, and that how the crab operates, right? They will try to avoid conflict if they can, but if they feel like they are being attacked, you better watch out for those pincers, right? And they move sideways. They don't come at you forward. They move side to side. They're a little bit, they can be a little bit shifty. Um, so, and with the earth sign of Capricorn, of course, our sun is still there for the next week or so until we enter Aquarius season. Um, Capricorn, we've talked about, is that earth, that nurturing, that hardworking, persevering, kind of critical, over analytical at times, but just very hardworking sign. The two energies work really well together when they're working together. When they're not working together, as unfortunately is the case, they're in complete opposition right now. That's going to generate a lot of kind of shadow side of both of those energies. And we're dealing with the shadow side of the Cancer energy and the Capricorn energy with this full moon coming up. So, what does that mean? Jealousy. That means gossip. That means lying on people. That means maybe trying to trick people into doing something that's outside of their nature. That is kind of just isolation to the point of bitterness. Those are some of the negative tendencies with this full moon aspect. But remember, as the wolf moon, as the full moon, wolves are pack animals. Canines are pack animals. There is a leader, there is a follower, and then there's the pack in between. But by and large, they're not loners, right? Wolves need their family, they need their pack. If there is a lone wolf, obviously they are going to feel like the entire ecological system, everything around them is an enemy, because for whatever reason they were separated from their pack. Either they were kicked out, or they got weak or injured and they fell off and they were left behind. That lone wolf now feels like he or she can only trust themselves. And that is a survival trait. That is a learned trait, and it is a very useful trait. For sure. But some of us lone wolves need to realize that your pack is still there for you, and that they are there to help you and welcome you back in when you're ready, right? So, anyway, to this full moon energy, let me bring up my notes here. I mentioned the jealousy, the isolation, conflicts that can drain your energy, disharmony in your relationships, obsessive compulsiveness is highlighted with this full moon. Secrets, deep, dark secrets that maybe you have been hiding, or that you have been hiding from other people that either you're ashamed of, you think might hurt them, or whatever the case may be. These very well will be exposed under this full moon. Of course, the only way, the secrets can't be kept forever, and eventually they do come out into the light. And the best way to deal with that is to face it head on. Like a Capricorn, some of the best traits of the goat is to face it head on and just say, look, my bad, I fucked up, right? This is, what I did. I didn't think it meant anything. I didn't think it was that serious, but I see that it has harmed you, and I apologize, and I would like to move forward from that, right? So that is that drive, that forward motion of the Capricorn, just driving, charging through his goals. So that's the energy. Of course, there's always positive in any negative. So work with that, like whatever it is. Don't let it trip you up permanently. Like, definitely get introspective, think about it, bring it out into the open if it needs to be discussed. If it's too old, or if it would just cause more problems now because it happened so far in the past, don't worry about it. Just let it go. Whatever it takes to let it go. Journal about it, punch something, whatever it is, have a lot of sex, whatever it is that's going to help you just get over it. Just do it. Just get over it. But that Cancer, energy needs to be nurtured as well with this full moon. So yes, you're going to have some maybe backwards and forwards thinking in this time. Get creative, get your hands dirty, find something to keep your mind and your physical body stimulated. Create something. Pray, meditate, journal. Again, full moons it's a time for manifesting, right? So if what you're trying to manifest is in the future and these secrets or compulsions or obsessions or whatever are what's tripping you up and holding you back, then do the work. If you can do it yourself, and hey, a lot of us got a lot of stuff that we just cannot do ourselves. We have to be strong enough to ask for help and to say, hey, can you help me out with this? Whether it's a physical task, whether it is an emotional thing, maybe you need to go to a counselor. Maybe you need to admit that this is the time you need to seek professional help with whatever it is that is holding you back and tripping you up. And there is nothing wrong with that. I've been through it. Most of the people I know in my life at some point or another have seen a counselor, a mental or psychotherapist, whatever it is that you need. You're worth it. You're worth it. So get the help that you need. Your relationships are worth it. Okay. Your relationship to yourself as well as everybody else that surrounds you, be it coworkers, be it family members, your spouse, your children. They all need you at your best self, right? Take care of you and then take care of other people. So that's basically the energy we're working with. We have retrogrades going on too. Of course, Mercury just went retrograde again in that Capricorn Aquarius zone. Venus is retrograde in that Capricorn Aquarius zone. I believe Saturn is still retrograde. And the aspect that's going on right now is with Moon and Pluto. So again, anything underworld, anything that's buried, hidden, even, some deep, dark, spiritual or religious mysteries that are buried and hidden, bring them out into the light. Okay? Bring them out into light, whether to better understand them or maybe ask someone else if they understand it. And just one last quick little note before I talk about my oil blend, which is introspection. You got to look inside before you put it out, okay? Is I just want to really quick to show you some of the tools that I have acquired and have used in my spiritual and metaphysical and health journey throughout my life, which have been helpful to me. I've found truth and guidance in all of these sources. And I don't know if you can see here, but of course I have the Holy Bible. I actually have two of them. I have the Quran. I have the Wiccan Bible. I have a lot of different green witch and alternative health things, crystals, pharmaceuticals, of course, natural pharmaceuticals, all related to herbs, right? I have massage books. I have just really at the grasp of my fingertips, infinite wisdom and knowledge. We all do. All the resources are there. You just got to be able to look for it, find it. And for me, and this is just me, I take what it is that I find useful or positive that means something to me out of all of the sources that I consult with. And I work with it. That is my spirituality. I am not religious. I do not fault any religion. I do not expect anyone to follow what I teach or what I believe. But it's just what's been helpful to me over the years, guys. So, find your own path, but you're more than welcome to ask me or to use the same resources that I have used to find my way in this thing called life. So, until next time. Oh, no, my oil blend, real quick. It's the same one that I've been using since I've been making these blends. We have rose, palo santo, eucalyptus, lemongrass, black pepper, valerian, and myrrh. Very simple. Simple ingredients. Smells really great. Earthy, but rosy and sweet. And it's calming and it helps fuel creativity. It grounds you. helps you overcome some of those more shadow elements of our human nature during this full moon phase. So hopefully it will be helpful to you. Hopefully this wasn't, once again, well, it was, it's already 15 minutes long, too long-winded. But que sera, sera. Till next time, blessed be, namaste, mwah, love to everyone.